Alright, can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? What the hell? That was weird. Okay, I think everything's okay. Alright, like, stream went down on my end. So, we're good. Okay, fine. That's all I needed. Entertainment Weekly. Just like, what is happening to my stream? Okay. Is it just my feed that's being weird? How's my heat doing? Okay, that's fine. Okay, anyways, Entertainment Weekly did, like, top 10. 9th place is Mulan. It's so weird. Like, I can see myself being live, but it keeps going down. Yeah, okay. Don't love that. What the hell? What is happening? Okay. 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 If you can hear me, I am going to... I don't want to try to shut everything down. Yeah, I know. It's not an us problem. Whatever this is, it's a YouTube issue, it seems like. And we're not the only ones that have been having issues like this. Markiplier himself has been having issues with live streams. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Now we get an alert that something bad is happening. But I don't have anything on my Streamlabs side. This is a YouTube issue. Now I have a stream status as poor. Fucking bizarre. Okay. It seems to have settled down. I just wanted to talk about the top 10 live action Disney list that Entertainment Weekly put out. I'm glad this is happening now and not like when we're recording. Anyways, just gonna watch this and talk about it. The top 10 Disney list that Entertainment Weekly put out of live action Disney remakes is questionable at best. And like, I can't even keep a live stream over here. Alright, I'm just gonna talk until James gets back and hope that by then this has all figured itself out. So coming in at number 10 is Lilo and Stitch. The live action Lilo and Stitch. Number 9 is Mulan. Number 8 is Cruella, which, granted, I have not seen Mulan or Cruella, so can't testify to those. Christopher Robin, 101 Dalmatians comes in at number 6, which honestly, good movie. Live action was a good movie. Even the second one was good. Number 5 is The Little Mermaid. Number 4 is Pete's Dragon, which, like, okay. Number 3 is The Jungle Book. I did see that one. That movie is trash. Especially compared to the original. Disgusting. Number 2 is Snow White. I don't know what type of drugs the person who made this list is doing, but it's not the good kind. It's not the good kind. And then number 1 is the 2015 Cinderella, which, like, was okay, and Lily James is hot, but not memorable at all, except for that dress, which is fucking gorgeous. And hope to God that it figures its shit out. If you haven't seen it, like, it's not bad. The dress is pretty. Lily James is hot as hell. Sorry, I'm updating James. I've wanted to see Cruella, but, like, I also don't. I don't know who decided that was the ranking. I would have put Lilo and Stitch way higher, and I didn't even like that movie, than fucking Jungle Book. Dumbo. The live action Dumbo was not bad. That was an actually decent movie. I can add Cruella to the list. Why not? Tim Burton did the Dumbo. It was good. It's good. Didn't hate it. Thought it was like I thought it was a fresh take on Dumbo. That's what I want from my live actions. I want a fresh take that pays homage to the original. And if you can't do that, if your story doesn't do that because it was so good the first time around, maybe don't make a live action. Things that could use a fresh take. I know we've talked about this a million times, but like Atlantis, Treasure Planet, things that didn't get enough fucking love for how good the story is the first time around, do that. Don't do Stitch. Don't do Moana. Like, now it says my stream is healthy. And all my errors have gone away. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. But at least we waited out whatever hellscape it was. And maybe James will come back sometime soon. One can hope. This movie. I think I will forever mourn the movie that I could have had. Atlantis would be so good. I loved that movie. That's probably where my love of having crystal necklaces really started. I had the McDonald's crystal necklace. I fucking loved that thing. I think Treasure Planet was a gorgeous movie that just didn't get any love. Myself included. I did not like that movie, but everyone talks about it so highly. I feel like I need to give it another try. Hunchback of Notre Dame could be interesting. Again, not like a super well-loved one, but like a good story with good songs. They made a musical out of it recently for Broadway that's really good. Stuff like that. Do that. Leave my fucking beloved animations alone. Leave my Tangled. Leave my Hercules. Leave my Stitch. They're already good. They already make you millions and millions of dollars in fucking merchandise. Leave them alone. Atlantis. Atlantis really gave me my love of crystals. Because they're little glowy crystal necklaces. And then it's followed up later on in life by Final Fantasy 9, specifically. Garnet has a really big crystal necklace that she wears. Really like crystal necklaces that are shiny and magical. Especially if they glow blue. Yeah, I don't know. I'll forever mourn the movie I could have had. And also, like, as someone who loves wishing stars and that sort of type of magic, and to have the love interest be a star, 10-year-old me would have lost their fucking mind. It seems okay now. We kind of just waited it all out altogether. But, like, at one point, Streamlabs even went down.
That's not great.
And so I had to start stream up here again, and then it bounced over there. But this is where all the warnings. Streamlabs has not given me a warning, you know, like it sometimes does.
Yeah.
It's been all over here. It literally went from, like, stream is great to stream is gone. No data. Stream is great. Bad, 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 bad. Stream is great. Oh, and a warning. So, it's just, like, we're gonna just have to power through it. Like, this is behind. Don't pay attention to it.
You will.
We're just gonna have to ride it out.
Where are we in the plot?
Right after.
Trees. We're at the trees.
Yeah, right after she sings.
Cool.
All the people are stardust. The animals tell her that she's made of stardust, and so she's also
God damn.
a star.
Alright.
And magical.
Alright, let's do this shit.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't save this shit.
All that time.
Sorry. I got distracted by stream dying. Oh, we're watching Mario.
Fucking cool.
It can only be better than, like, literally everything that we've watched recently.
Mark got his GoPro sponsorship.
No fucking way he did!
And then he immediately destroyed his custom macro lens mod by doing dumb shit.
Oh, go Mark. I'm so happy for it. He literally hasn't shut up about it for a fucking month. Alright. Okay. I mentioned Markiplier's name like one too many times in this stream. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, 3. I don't have any intro for this one. 2.
You ever look at a tree and wish you were dead?
I thought we were done talking about the trees.
I thought you might come up with an intro in 4 seconds, but you didn't, so I jumped on in there.
I really,
Regret not doing anything?
No, I really had my intro set up for the first half. And then the second half was just... Nah.
Welcome to CityWavesCinema. I'm James. That's America. We're doing Wish. Wish fucking sucks. Here's why. Now, if you listen to the first episode, then you'll know that we're picking right back up with the trees turning into people, kind of. And it's a
Anthropomorphic, is that the word?
yes, and it's a nightmare, deep hellscape. So as it turns out, when the star fell from the sky and started hanging out with Asha, everybody done seen that.
They didn't see it was a star. They just saw a really pretty light.
Pretty light.
That made them happy. Sorry.
And it made them happy. Magnifico
was not happy.
Like a child. Like a petulant ruler.
Someone's coming to steal my toys.
Interpret it as a threat.
Literally.
He very specifically says, I've just been threatened. With no proof of the fact. It is this exceptionally deep-running paranoia that will propel the remainder of this film.
You know, that paranoia that they established in his character?
Nope. So, Magnifico interprets it as the threat. And despite his wife's best attempts to get him to not do this, he will, over the course of the next 15 minutes of movie, try to figure out who did it, not figure out who did it, turn directly to the Book of Evil Magics, all at the same time that a heist is occurring.
Well, also his wife says, no, don't do that. And then he goes and accuses, basically, it's the first time we see him be mean to his people. And he's like, if you tell me who the traitor is, I'll grant your wish. And if you don't tell me the traitor is, or you help the traitor, your wish will never be granted.
Now, while he's having this little meltdown, Asha ropes all her friends into... No, Asha ropes one of her friends, Dahlia, into the scam to get Asha, Valentino the Goat, and the Star up into Magnifico's chambers to steal, at the very least, her grandfather and her mother's wish back.
All her friends know about the Star, though.
Yeah, yes, all her friends know about the Star.
It's important for later, for the small plot that there is.
So, while the fucking... Oh my god. It pisses me off to fucking talk about it. While Magnifico rants and rails, he is delayed by Dahlia so that Asha can fuck around in the office.
It is important to know that the way that he is waylaid, just because he's about to sing a song about it. I'm saying that for James's benefit because he looked exasperated. The way that he is derailed is they all ask him questions about the things that he just said. Like, what if we have a hunch, but we don't have, any proof? Or what do you mean by this, that, and the other? And he gets so annoyed and butthurt that people are asking clarifying questions.
He gets cranky that he's not being treated with blanket authority.
Blind devotion.
Yeah, blind devotion.
It's a cult. Sorry.
So, eventually he gives up on the people and he goes inside, sings a song about how fucking handsome he is.
And why would anyone ever question him?
And then, goes ahead and unlocks the super forbidden magic, which pisses the Star off for some reason. And Asha, the Star, the Goat, and the Wishes, the two Wishes.
Just one.
Oh, she only gets
her grandfather's.
Barely get out at the end of it, right?
All the while, too, because they went up there and they got the wish, right? And Magnifico comes up there while she's still in his, inner sanctum and is singing about, I'm gonna find this traitor. Who is this traitor? Where could this traitor be? Why would anyone question me? I love mirrors and am so handsome. That's the whole song. Not even joking you.
That's pretty much how it goes.
And meanwhile, Asha's right fucking there with this star that this powerful being
Simply not hiding well.
has no idea is there. Like, at all. And let's just say assuming that the being near the star makes you happy, because that's like, they saw the light, it makes them happy.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you feel that star's energy near you, especially if you're a wizard?
It only made them happy when it flew in. It doesn't seem to have that effect on anything else unless it sprinkles you with stardust.
I still feel like an all-powerful wizard would know that there's a fucking star, or a thief.
He's not all-powerful, and he's a bit of an idiot.
Why are
you're putting way too much credence in this guy's capability to be a person. He has no background. His character is
Wouldn't it be nice if we knew that?
Yes, his character is exclusively flaws. Like, you're putting story on him that does not exist. You are asking the universe, wishing on a star right now that this movie was better, and it's just not. And it won't be. And that's a terrible tragedy for you in particular, but it's just the way Disney rolls, man. Fuck you and give me your money. Now, Asha escapes, shows her grandfather his wish. He's like, that's great. Doesn't he absorb it into his chest?
Yes, no, he takes it back.
He takes his wish back, which means it won't ever be granted. But now he can try.
Now he knows and can try. Even though he said he didn't want to know.
So, he changes his mind on a dime. And people can change their minds, but, like, we don't see any of the process of him changing his mind. It's just like, oh, yes, I've always wanted to get my wish back and put it inside me.
If only there had been character development, or...
If only this movie had 30 minutes more of runtime so they could do something with it.
I don't even think that would help them.
Not if they continued with the fucking theme they had. So, Magnifico becomes corrupted by the dark magic. And then he finds out Asha did it. And so he rolls up to her house, kicks the door in, crushes her mother's wish in front of her and absorbs it into himself, somehow empowering him like a fucking lithium-ion battery.
And he's like, oh, I didn't know wishes could make me more powerful.
It's like if you popped a boba in your mouth and it was wet and you went, oh, that's the reaction. So Asha throws a bookshelf at him, and her and her family escape with the help of the star and row a boat to a nearby small islet. Halfway there, Asha's like, oh, I did a oopsie by being myself. I have to rectify this immediately, but I will not learn. And dives off the boat to swim back to shore. In the meantime, Magnifico's still just caught up.
He's telling everyone that Asha stole people's wishes and broke them.
Yeah, making her out to be like public enemy number one.
Which also could have saved everyone a lot of time if he had just claimed that the light came from him.
Yes. There are a dozen instances in this movie where if one character makes a mildly different decision, none of the rest of the movie happens, which is too many close calls for a good script. So Asha's in hiding, observing this town hall, basically, where it is unveiled that her friend, Sleepy the Dwarf, narked on her so that he could have his wish granted to be a soldier. But wait, he is granted the role of a knight in the kingdom and then is immediately possessed by Magnifico and his dark magics. So he's now just like a fucking
zombie
pawn. Yeah, zombie.
Evil zombie.
And so Simon, as Magnifico, as Simon, declares that there are 6 more traitors rattles off the other discount dwarves, and they all rush off to go hide at their shy friends
Bashful.
at Bashful's little underground hideout. And dude,
Also,
that was such a fucking slap in the face of people who have social anxiety because they named it.
yes.
They holy fuck, man. You have these characters, tertiary. They don't need to be main characters, but you have them and you like sniff their existence twice. And in both instances, the one thing you've done a lot of work to really show off is that the bashful dwarf just appears and disappears at random. Okay? And you're like, well, that's a bit odd, but like everything in this movie's fucking terrible anyway, so like whatever. And so when they get to this like underground hidden chamber that's decorated all nice and cozy, uh they're like they're like, "Wow, what's your fucking name?" Because I don't remember it. You did all this, and Dahlia's like, "It's okay to have social anxiety and not want to be around people." And then we just move right on from that. Like, dude, there's a way to there's even a way to quickly address uh mental health and anxieties and disorders and all sorts of other things that plague everyday people all the time. I have several friends with social anxiety. You know what they don't do? Appear and disappear at random and build cozy underground sanctums.
I would have had the money.
And also, people who are around them never, to my knowledge, put a hand on their shoulder and go, "It's okay that you're broken," and move on. That's insane. It's not how people talk to each other. That's fucking crazy. So, now that we've had that brief interlude, we're going to sing a song that you know what this song is directly inspired by? You remember those old videos? I don't actually know if you've ever seen these. Maybe I just saw them because I was homeschooled. Um, where street performers do stomp in like these trashed up studios with like brooms and stuff, and they just use the environment to make the music.
You know, Stomp made those,
Yes, I
right?
know.
Okay.
Yes, but
yes, I saw that. Like, that was a performance arts thing that our choir director showed us all the
okay,
time.
that was something I had to see for school. So like
Was that supposed to be your music education?
no, I had music lessons and stuff for that. That was like I think that was like a cultural arts type of thing. Um, I was privileged. Don't forget, I had instruments, not trash cans. So the this song is like it's like they're rally together, get ready for our third act, making moves to beat the bad guy song, right?
Which would be really cool if we gave a fuck about any of these characters.
Very percussive, very normal. And it's like you sit there and you watch it and you go, man, they're being loud as fuck for being criminals of the state in the state presently. And in the middle of the song, the queen just arrives.
Yeah, she finds that she was told by a mouse to like.
She was told by a squirrel that.
No, it was a mouse.
Oh yeah, it was a mouse. Yeah, it was a mouse.
She was told by a mouse like, "Hey, remember when you told Asha all these things about what, Rosas is supposed to be? You should do those things."
And so she found their underground lair with no troubles.
Maybe it's because they were singing. Maybe it's a whole branch in the Birkins. That would have been.
They killed my grandma.
That would have been funny if they were like, they're like, "How'd you find us?" And she's like, "You literally were screaming."
It would have been crazy if Magnifico just like killed Saba. Just like, if I can't have the wish, no one can. Ice is the old man. I'd have been like, damn.
I got really lost. I I got really lost compared to what I was talking about.
I'm thinking about things that would have made the movie better for me. And you inspired me by being like,
Dude,
what if we talked about how the queen got there?
I would have really laughed if they were
So
like, "So how'd you find us, Your Majesty?" And she was just like, literally, you guys were yelling.
so the gang comes up with this plan. The queen and her homies are going to infiltrate the sanctum that Magnifico's set up. And they're going to try to open up the ceiling and free all the wishes. Asha is going to try to distract Magnifico by running around the woods. The problem is, the queen is the one who delivers the news that Asha's been spotted in the forest to the king, and he, for as much of an idiot as he is, does not buy her incredibly shambolic performance, and sends Simon in disguise as himself to hunt down Asha.
Star will also give Asha
A magic wand that doesn't work.
a magic wand and then doesn't explain or give Asha the ability to use it.
Hey, I don't know if you
At
knew
all.
this. Star doesn't talk, and also isn't a boy, and doesn't fuck. So what's the point of anything?
Well, later on when Asha's like, I can't use this, blah blah blah. Star just bonks her on the head, and she's like, oh, it's okay now. Like,
That does happen. That's a real thing. That's a real thing that happens.
so Star could have bonked her on the head earlier.
Just could have done it. So Asha finds out too late that this Magnifico is actually Simon in disguise. Simon is then jumped by John the Bear and then 4,000 rabbits.
Meanwhile, Magnifico.
Okay, and here's an important thing. Amaya and Dahlia, the queen and Dahlia, are looking for information just generally in Magnifico's study.
About how to stop him.
And Amaya reads through parts of the dark magic book, doesn't do any of the spells, but reads through parts of it, and discovers that once you have done merely 1 ounce of dark magic, 1 instance, you are eternally condemned forever and ever and always to be a dark sorcerer eternal. You're going to be evil forever, and it will never leave you, and there is no redemption.
There is no has-been hotel.
It is an instant movie killer to not provide an option or avenue to redeem a villain. Do you need to follow through or execute on that? No, you simply don't. Dozens and dozens of properties, Disney included, do not redeem their villains. And some of them kill their villains. And that's a bold maneuver. But every one of them has options. Normally, it's in the form of a villain being like having merely a coherent thought and being like, I'm being crazy, maybe I should stop. And that, like, most of the time never happens. And they get theirs. But in this movie, before the climax of the movie, it's just written in stone. He's doomed. He's doomed forever. And there's nothing we can do about it. If you were waffling on his character, which why would you be? They didn't write any of it. If you were waffling on his character, waffle no more. He's bad guy eternal. For what? What's the point? We know it's a Disney movie. They're gonna try to fucking magic of friendship this shit in the end anyways. They always do. So what's the point? You gotta be able to offer him the path back, and he has to choose to do it or not. And we didn't even fucking do the path. So, yes?
No, continue.
It's just like, there's no stakes. Like, even at the end of the movie...
We'll get to... Don't get there yet.
Alright.
Because we'll get to how very little
say
stakes
your
there.
fucking thing.
My little thing here is that, you know how James told you that Magnifico sends Simon to go, like, hang out with Asha, and he's just gonna wait there?
Hang out with?
so that he can like capture Star, because like he's not entirely an idiot. The dude waits for like in hiding somewhere and watches these kids just like start to release all the wishes, and Star is in there, and then for dramatic timing, I guess, he waits until all the wishes are being released for him to like do anything. He just sits in there and like does nothing.
So eventually he does arrive and he starts raining the wishes in, and the gang all escape somehow, and get down amongst the populace who have gathered at this point. And he's just like jerking himself off and talking about how great he is and how great he is for the country and the city and all this shit. And then he's talking about how he's going to absorb all the wishes and the star, and he's going to be the most powerful, blah, 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 blah.
And then he
Who
does
fucking cares?
in
And then
like 2.5 seconds.
He does. He absorbs all the wishes and the star. Asha attempts to stop him and gets like mopped easily, because I don't know if you knew this, but Magnifico's a fucking sorcerer who's just constantly power creeping and absorbing all these powerful wish dreams. And Asha is a 17-year-old girl. Not that there's anything wrong with being a 17-year-old girl. It's not what I'm saying. But she gets her ass kicked.
He also doesn't like really kick her ass all that hard. Like he could have.
He does at one point hit her with a magic enhanced suplex that looked like, I saw that and I was like, oh, they're actually gonna do a fight, and then they didn't do any more.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
Like he literally just like, it's like when Loki gets thrashed by the Hulk in the Avengers movie, the old one. He uses magic and like grabs her by the foot and lifts her up over his head and smashes her into the concrete again, and she's like fine, but he does do that and it's crazy. So then Magnifico goes, no one's ever gonna be able to wish upon a star ever again, and he blots out the sky. And then through the power of song,
no, through the power of everybody's made of stars. That's why I said it was so important you talk about that song.
Also, he ties up everyone in the city,
connecting them all
with magic tethers, and for some reason.
They all secretly, all at the same time, though no one tells them, learn the information that they are all stars, and because of this, have the ability to make their own wishes come true. And so
Asha will sing a song about how everyone is stars and just has to wish really, really hard that this all goes away.
And then it works.
And it works.
And then all their wishes come out of the king, because there was no stakes to begin with. And they all just get returned to everyone through like very little ceremony or anything about it. And Star is free, and now the king is trapped inside a mirror because he loves mirrors, because like they really established that always, not even a little.
And so then Amaya becomes the sole ruler of Roses. The citizens start doing their wish stuff, and it looks exactly the way it did before anything happened.
And Asha becomes the fairy godmother.
Asha becomes the fairy godmother and forgives Simon. And then the star leaves, and then her grandfather...
the star becomes the wishing star, which is important.
And then her grandfather writes the melody that will inevitably become When You Wish Upon a Star.
Which inspires millions, because Disney, you get it? Okay.
So, this movie's pretty trash. No character has background besides Asha.
And that's not even...
Her background is...
Her dad died, and they talk about it one time.
Yep, her background is her dad died, and she was sad.
And the king's background is his family died, and
so he's paranoid. And...
Which, not even paranoid. No, he just doesn't want anyone to ever lose their wish again.
And he also wants everyone to remain hopelessly devoted to him forever.
Which they really could have played into.
And never question him. Listen, if Asha does nothing at the start of the movie, if Asha has like a normal interview, doesn't make the cut, doesn't get to see the wishes, because like the queen tells her, don't ask to see the wishes.
And he just voluntarily offers that
Yeah.
shit up. He's like, you want to go see the wishes?
If he doesn't do that, if she doesn't see the wishes, nothing changes and nothing is bad, because at the start of the movie, the king is over controlling, but not evil. He's not doing anything evil, just questionable.
But for like a good reason. Quote
Yeah,
unquote.
it's doing a morally gray or ambiguous thing for what you are told is an honorable reason. Is that the case? Not really, but that's where you're sitting at the start of the movie. And everyone is basically fine with that. And it's not like an unknown thing. Like everyone knows they've forgotten their wishes and no one is perturbed by it.
They have a whole line about it, how you forget and don't regret.
Like,
which is not true because Simon regrets, but you know.
No, Simon was afraid he would regret.
True.
Which is why he becomes a narc and it should be excommunicated forever. There's the only reason the movie happens is because Asha questions the motives that the king has.
Which he doesn't like being questioned.
And the questioning is vague. It's really giving a suggestion and being like, I don't think this is fair. And he could have been like, you're a teenager. What do I fucking care? And nothing could change. And she would be upset about it and then get over it in a little while. And Rosas would continue to be the mild utopia that it was before, where the magical and somewhat benevolent ruler, dictator, grants a wish every month and we just go on from there. And it would be fine. And nothing would change. This movie doesn't need to happen in the universe. It simply doesn't need to occur. Nothing changes. At the end of the movie, guess what? People are still at a minuscule rate achieving their wishes. At the rate of 1 per month, you could say, people are figuring it out. It's just like...
I'll also say, we don't get any reason that Star comes down. Like, there's not, like...
Yeah.
There's not an explanation that will be given to you as to why Star exists, why Star chose Asha, why Star does anything or has the ability to do anything ever that, you know, we might have gotten had it been like a whole ass character, like the love interest boy that we were supposed to, like anything else.
Yep.
But no, we don't get, it's just this little floating creature of chaos who does not really have control over its own magic.
Nope, not
and
really.
Just does shit willy-nilly. Star causes so much chaos and problems.
We didn't even talk about the fucking chicken interlude.
We don't need to talk about the chicken interlude.
The chicken interlude is the best piece of animation in the whole movie. Is it necessary? No. Did it happen? Yes.
At least with, like, Moana and the ocean. We know why the ocean chose Moana. We know...
And the ocean does funny hijinks and is overall benevolent and helpful.
The ocean is a better star than Star is. We have that information given to us. There is no... For as much as this movie over-explains itself, it also explains
It doesn't explain
nothing.
anything. It explains what is happening and never context. There's never any context for why anyone's doing anything ever at all. There's no reason for the king to be so perturbed by a 17-year-old intern that he loses his cool all the way and seizes fascist dictators' levels of control over his city.
I would love context as to why the king hates being questioned about anything. Because maybe that would make me understand what's happening.
Because we got this, like, very brief glimpse at Asha's dad when she and the king were having a moment about dead family. If we got a glimpse into the king's past when he had his family and they weren't burned to death, and like he was harassed or he was like chastised for asking questions or something like that. Just literally anything to give us a reason, no matter how flimsy, for why he hates being questioned and why he has to be right all the time. It would have given us an ounce of context and an ounce of breathing room to let the plot happen. But because you aren't given that context and because you aren't like even just implied, we don't need to be spoon fed everything. Netflix and Prime and all these streaming services and Disney in itself are convinced that audiences worldwide need to be spoon fed art, and there can't be any inference and there can't be any interpretation. And if that's the case, then it's not art. If you cannot interpret it in any other way because they are explicitly stating what it is and there's no other way to look at it, it isn't art. It's just a thing.
I'll my final probably big complaint. I have plenty of little complaints, but my final big complaint ties back into this is the 100-year celebration of a studio who, hate them or love them, corrupt as they may be, has, if you look behind me, created a lot of our childhoods, has created some fantastic works that have formed entire generations. And for 100 years, they have been forming childhoods and getting this brand loyalty because of the magic they can do. And there's been some dips and some ups and downs throughout the way. That's why we have the Disney Renaissance, because it came after a long series of flops for Disney.
Walt Disney is haunting Bob Iger's house right now.
But what this movie, again, tried to do too many things and did none of them well. It shoehorns in Disney references in what could have been like a really cool way, and some of them are cool. To the point that they're so annoying and cringe that you get to the end and find out that Asha becomes the fairy godmother and the king becomes the mirror on the wall, and you're just wanna punch the TV. Like when
It's a fanfic.
it's
It's a fan fiction by the people who wrote the fiction.
when I like put together that her friends were just the seven dwarves, I literally wanted to die. It's just so annoying. Like, we could have, there were 100 ways, and the great thing about Disney is Disney's been doing this the whole time. Hidden Mickeys are a thing because of Disney. Easter eggs in Pixar are a thing. You don't have to make it so shoehorned in,
And
over
obvious.
the head, like hit you over the head with it 15 times for us to understand it's an Easter egg. There are cute little nods, like the bear being named John because of Robin Hood, like little things there that like would have been great if I didn't get slapped over the head with all the other ones. They didn't have to use any original ideas, and maybe that's why they scrapped the entire first plot, because they just took a bunch of other shit from every other Disney movie, which there's a way to do that well. There is. They've done it. I know. And they just chose to, again, in a time where they made a million choices, somehow, without fail, every single time they came to a crossroads, they chose wrong. Statistically, it's impossible. I don't really have anything. I've said everything.
It's a shame that at the end of the day, a group of tremendously talented people with success records dating back decades came together and tried really hard to make something worthwhile and an honorific of one of the greatest entertainment studios in history. And they put together something that, in the light of AI, you could tell me it was written by a prompt and I would believe you. You could tell me parts of this were animated by a a video engine
By Sora.
via a prompt, and I believe you. It the small moments of genius throughout the movie where the Disney brand really shines through, and you feel that nostalgia hit, are so few and far between, and no matter how bright they burn, they cannot break through the darkness and depression that is the rest of the movie. It's uninspiring hog shit. Every song is a waste of time. Every character has no motivation, no context, no development at all. At the end of the movie, every character is in the same fucking boat that they were in before, but now all the citizenry are like trying new things. That's it. The king's stuck in a mirror. The queen is acting like the queen was before. Asha's friends are all Asha's friends again. Asha's just hanging out. The populace are doing their thing.
Star's still Star.
Star is the star. And you know when the last time that was? In the first 5 minutes of the movie. Because that's the way it was then. So it's 95 minutes of why did I sit through this? It's 95 minutes of why did I listen to this? And at the end of the day, this is a powerhouse titan of entertainment, and this had to be approved by lots of people. And every one of them, whether they truly believed it was very good or were in fear of people over them claiming that it had to go, signed off on it, and now we sit here, two fucking nerds sitting in our office, bitching about how we could have had something great. We could have had something inspiring. You know what you should do? Instead of watching Wish, go on your Disney streaming service and watch the Ode to Animation short that's like 18 minutes long. That came out around the same time Wish
Once
did.
Upon a Studio, I think it's
I
called.
think that, yeah, I think you're right. And that's what this movie wanted to evoke, but this movie never knew how to evoke it. And once again, I'm not gonna trash talk the performances. Uh, you know, all the people who wrote on this movie have had tremendous careers. All the musicians, everybody, and it just didn't work this time. It just didn't work. And if you haven't seen it, don't. Sometimes when we have a movie that I don't recommend seeing, we'll be like, oh, haha, you could like do a drinking game or something, or you could like, maybe it's background fodder. This is not any of those things. You're not going to have a good time. You're not going to enjoy a drinking game for it. You're not, it's just not worth it. It's a colossal waste of time and space, and you'd be better off watching something else instead. Maybe a better Disney property.
Like one of the other ones from the 100 years the studio's been around.
Or you could just rewatch Encanto. It's fucking great. Or Coco. It's fucking great. That's it.
Yeah, I've said all I needed to say.
I'm exhausted. This movie is so bad. If I had to guess, I'd put this in D or Cats tier right now.
Yeah, I don't.
It's so bad.
At least Cats, like, you can laugh at. Like, there's not.
You could laugh at Lake Placid. We just did that. We sat there and we watched this movie, and I looked at America and I said, you know what? Lake Placid was very dumb, but at least it was entertaining. This isn't even that. This is dumb and bad.
And at best, like,
We got more laughs out of Lake Placid than we did this movie.
at best it's annoying, and at worst it makes me feel icky.
It's not good. It's not good.
next time it has been voted that we will watch Mario, the new Mario movie.
That'll happen after vacation.
Yeah, we're going on vacation, so
We're leaving. We'll be back later.
it won't really matter because like our streams are bi-weekly anyways at best, so but you know. There you go, guys.
I really ran out of steam. I was just so depressed by the fucking existence of the movie.
Well, like when I said my whole piece about the Easter eggs, I was like, I literally don't have anything else to say.
There's not. There's not anything else.
It's just, ugh. Like I said when you guys voted for it, I have so many feelings about this godforsaken movie. And mainly about the movie that doesn't exist. That there is nothing that this movie could have done that would make me enjoy it. There is not a thing it could do.
I think if they killed the king, that would make it worth a little bit more. Or if the people just straight up didn't get their wishes back.
I said something that I was like, oh, that would make such a much... I don't remember what it is now because we said it earlier today. I was like, that would make this whole entire movie better if this just happened right now. Don't remember what it was. I just... Yeah. I'm a Disney adult. I love Disney. It sucks to see something that could have been fantastic absolutely be ruined. And I think that's my biggest issue.
We've been let down.
I was let down. We could have had something amazing. We could have had something great. Even if it's not the movie with the plot I described, we should have had something worthy of 100 years of magic. And we didn't get that.
And we got a DreamWorks fart.
Yeah. They all have DreamWorks face. They all have fucking DreamWorks jokes. It's like Disney's gone so far backwards.
Just a fucking tragedy, man.
And DreamWorks is somehow doing it better.
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon was fantastic.
They nailed that shit.
I never thought I'd see the day.